Most people think that you have to make naans in a tandoor, but that's simply not the case. Today, I'm going to show you how to make restaurant quality naans in a pan. So today I'm going to make 3 naans for you right here in this pan. 1 plain naan, 1 garlic and coriander naan, and 1 chili and coriander naan. And we're going to make these in minutes. It's so easy. It really is easy. Now this is different to the way you might have made breads and stuff like that before. I'm going to add the liquid first to this bowl. So I've got 250 milliliters, about 1 cup of warm full fat milk. Then I've got 150 milliliters, about 3/4 cup of warm water. And then this is 2 eggs, which I've just lightly beaten. The reason why I'm doing this backwards is because I want you to really see what the dough is supposed to look like, and we're just going to build it up from the bottom rather than trying to make, try to have everything go together and have it be perfect by adding it to a pile of flour. So to this, I've got 500 grams of self-raising flour, and I'm going to add that to here very slowly. We'll just start stirring that in. So this is a naan dough, which is very popular at curry houses because there's no yeast involved. You don't have to let it rise. You don't have to do any of that stuff. You don't even have to knead it, but kneading it for a few minutes, like 10 minutes or 5 minutes, will make it easier to roll out. But this is one that you're supposed to be able to just make up very quickly. You're in a restaurant, a lot of people order naans, all of a sudden you've run out. What do? This is what you do. So we're just going to stir that all in there together, and we're going to add some more of this flour. And again, stir it in. And when I finish this, it's still going to be way too wet. But this is when it all comes around, and that's why I wanted to show you it this way. And that when you see this, it's just going to be very, very wet dough, too soft. But you do want a soft dough. The dough has to be really spongy and soft. So mixing all that in there like that. And let me just show you this. I'm not going to touch it because it'll be all over my hands. But as you can see, it's just quite gooey and not right. So I've got 250 grams over here. So I started with 500 grams of flour. Now I got 250 grams, and I'm just going to slowly start adding that. We're going to add a little bit of salt to this as well at this stage. About a teaspoon of salt. We're just going to start moving this around in the bowl until you have a workable dough. A soft but workable dough. And as you can see, it's I don't know if you can see that, but it's still a bit wet, sticky. You want the dough to be you want it to be sticky, but not sticking to your hands. You just be very careful because different flours perform differently. So you just be very careful not to add too much flour. And now I'm going to start using my hands to get in here and just really bring it together. There we are. And I usually just use one hand, so I have another hand that's clean. So we're just going to move this around. That's looking quite good. Some of it is sticking to my hands, so I'm going to need to add a little bit more flour, but not much. The most important thing is you keep it really soft. Really, so you should be able to just stick your finger in there like that and not have it come back out at you. And that's looking right. And what I normally do at this stage is I just start forming it into a ball. It doesn't have to be that neat of a ball, it just needs to be a ball. Just like that. And for best results, you want to let this sit for about, covered, sit for about 2 hours, 3 hours. That lets the gluten relax and it just makes it easier for you to roll out. However, you don't have to do that. You can go right to cooking the naans right now with this dough. But we're gonna let this sit for about 2 hours, and we're gonna come back and I'm gonna show you how to cook the naans. And we're back. So I've got this dough ball, which has just been sitting there for a few hours. I'm just gonna knead it just a little bit. And I'll continue to knead it because I'm gonna make this into different little balls. And each of those balls can be kneaded as well. But like I say, you don't need to knead. There we are, I got a ball like that size. I'm just gonna pat that in the flour. And you're just gonna start pushing it up from below. That's gonna make a nice round ball, just like that. And the bottom, you just press it together. Roll it out like that. And I'm gonna do this with the whole dough, or at least for 3 of them, because I'm gonna only making 3 naans right now. Okay, now usually what I would do is I would let those sit for another 5 minutes, just kind of to relax the dough, but you don't have to do that, and I'm not gonna do it today. I'm gonna just go ahead and use these. It just makes things easier. If you let the dough relax, it's gonna be easier to roll out. That's the only reason for that. People do think of naans as a bread that you need to put into an oven. And these are really just flatbreads. There's no reason why you need to put it in an oven. You're just heating it from a different direction. So rather than the side of a tandoor wall, which is very hot, so that reminds me I need to turn my pan on. And you want to get all the excess flour off of it. And you can make these any size you like. If you have a huge pan, you want to make a huge naan, you can do that. All right, so this is my plain naan that I'm gonna make real quickly. And to do that, I'm gonna add just a little bit of oil to the top. Then I'm gonna check my pan, make sure it's hot enough. So this is on a high heat. It's hot enough. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my naan and I'm gonna take it so the oil side is down on my hand, and I'm just going to add a little bit of water to the underside. And it's that water side that goes right into the pan. So we're going to go ahead and just press this in here. And as this cooks, you're going to see bubbles start to rise. And that's going to give it that look that you're expecting a naan to look like. You want it to have little bubbles everywhere, don't you? So that's what we're going to do. So as you can see, there's bubbles starting to rise there. So I know that I'm about ready to do the next naan, which is going to be a coriander and garlic naan. Look at those bubbles. That's looking really good. And to this one, I'm going to add oil just like last time. Bit of oil to the top. But this time I'm going to add some garlic, just finely chopped garlic, and some coriander. Just like that. And we'll just press that in there. So that one's ready to go in the pan. This one's looking like it's about ready to be turned over. So don't have to worry too much about burning the underside, because think of how hot a tandoor wall is. It takes a good long time to do that. So I'm just gonna take this now. This is not a non-stick pan. You do not want to use non-stick pans for this. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna give it some color. That's starting to get those spots expecting a naan. Oh yeah, it's gonna be the perfect naan in a pan. Very fluffy, just like you'd want it to be. Look how that's looking now. That's looking really good. And at this stage, you can make the charred as much as you like. I like mine a little bit more charred than that, so I'm just going to let it char a little bit more. There we are. Look at that. Now, there we are. Just going to pry it off, just like you would in a tandoor oven. We're just going to pry it off there, and there we have. Look at the perfect back. It's not burnt or anything. Nicely browned. We're going to add a little bit of this ghee. Just got some melted ghee here, and there you have. Put these up here. There's naan number one. Just a plain naan. Now, let's make the garlic naan. Need to have some water on the back. Water helps it stick to the pan. There we are. And as that's starting to cook, I'm going to do my last one, which is the chili naan. Put these chilies on top. We're just going to roll them right into the bread. That should work. Put some coriander on there too. And just a drizzle of oil. Now we'll just wait. So this is starting to puff up now. All right, let's take this now. We're just gonna flip it right over. If the naans fall out of your pan, and that does happen from time to time, it's not a big deal. You can just place it right on top of the gas if you've got gas, or it won't look as nice, but you can just flip it back and forth in your pan. You won't get the big bubbles, but it will look nice. It will taste good. This is something I do outside as well. If I'm having a barbecue or something like that, you just hold the pan over the coals. Gives a nice smoky flavor, just like we're in a smoky tandoor. This is looking spot on. There we have naan number two. This is coriander and garlic. Put anything on these naans you like. There we go. Let's get a little bit of this ghee now. We shouldn't be doing this. Just goes in my pan. Pry it off. And there we have naan number two. Garlic and coriander. A little water on the back of this. Make sure it's still hot enough. It sure is. And here goes the chili naan. And this is just going to puff up just like the others. So this is I got all this dough left. So this is just a great way. Don't go buying naans at the supermarket or anything like that. Make them yourself. They'll be absolutely fresh. It's just naans are flatbread. Make a flatbread. Make it in your pan. Serve it with your curries. They're so good, dipped in a curry or any chutney or something like that. They're so easy to make, and as you can see, I've made these without even letting my dough rest when I formed the little individual balls, which is a good idea because it does make things easier. But there's just so much you can make naans so quickly. If you're cooking a curry for a half hour, you're going to be able to make about 20 of these. Those are puffing up very nicely now. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this over. Like I said, you can do this as long as you like. So if you like them really charred, you let it char for a good long time. If you just like a couple spots, which is what I do. And again, if you don't really like a char at all, you just turn it over just to kind of let it bubble a little bit more. Oh yeah, look at that. All nicely bubbled up. Yeah. There we have it. That's chili naan. Put some of this ghee on there. A little bit of ghee on each of these. There we are. Plain naan, garlic, coriander naan, and chili and coriander naan. It doesn't get much better than this. All right, we can rip into that. Just look at that. It's fluffy. Tastes amazing. That's mine. Caroline might want one of these too, but that's good. That's good. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. I got a lot of videos on the way. Homemade naans at home. They're so easy to make. Literally takes you minutes in a pan, and just look at those results. Give this a try really, really soon. You're gonna thank me for this one.